Introduce you to today's speaker. And this came about because we wanted to honor the National Aboriginal Day that is on June 21st, on Wednesday. And so I got to talking with Sylvia, and she made the recommendation of our speaker. So I'd like to tell you a little something about him. It's Clarence Wolfleg, and he goes by Moxie Kanan. Not even close? Okay, you'll correct me when you come up here. He's recognized as a Siksika traditional spiritual leader by the nation. In 2013, he finished his last term with the Siksika Nation Chief and Council. He was elected for 10 terms as a member of the Siksika Council and served under many chiefs. He's a member of the Sacred Horns Society, Transfer the Sacred Bundle 2015, and the Brave Dog Society, which are traditional Blackfoot societies. He's a 5-year veteran of the international peacekeeping organizations NATO and the UN in the mid-60s. Upon his return from the peacekeeping initiative, he became a police officer and served 14 years as the RCMP Supernumerary Constable and later as the Alberta Special Constable. He served as Chief of Police for the Siksika Nation and worked for Corrections Canada. He's also employed by the Native Counseling Services of Alberta and was one of the first AADAC outpatient directors and trained through Nietzsche Addictions Counselor. And presently, he is a spiritual advisor elder at Mount Royal University, Bow Valley College, Sunrise Addiction Centers, Heritage Park, Calgary Board of Education, and the City of Calgary. Please join me in welcoming Clarence Wolfleg. Gift for you of tobacco, and thank you for being here with us today. And do you want your slide up now? Okay.
Thank you. I'm okay up there?
Yeah.
I'm an old technician, so I know how things are done. Thanks for the beautiful music, the lady. Even though I'm a spiritual person, I also traveled many paths. I still play in a rock and roll band. I still play with country music, and I can play with my own music. On the other, I didn't have enough things to remember. Everything I learned as a spiritual leader, it's all oral. It's all my elders, my teachers. I have many. At this point in time, I just like to spend a moment, and just a brief moment of silence. I just like to let them know I'm here, and I'm passing on the knowledge they gave me. Okay, when you look at, one time everybody keeps telling me, what is your profile? Who are you? What did you do? What are you doing today? I sent him my bio keeps growing as I travel, and you notice this is a brief highlight of my journey. One day I said, I gotta quit doing that, because everything I deal with is on an oral capacity. Even being here, the energy and the things that I feel your spirit's very attentive in the music, in the words that you speak. So in a sense, my energy, that's the energy I need to be able to tell about my journey. Many years ago, when I was born, I was given the name, I was the one that's Broken Knife. It was through ceremony, it was through song. My grandfather gave it to me. That was the pinnacle of my learnings. And I continued in life, but I took a little turn. I was 6.5 years old, placed in an Indian residential school, an Anglican one. Imagine a 6.5-year-old person that all he knows is a traditional way of life. All I know is my grandfather's, my grandmother's. All I knew is my Blackfoot language. My spirit and every being of me. That's how I communicate with the Creator. I look at it as we created. You don't know what kind of a journey you're going to take. So the guidance of the Creator then it becomes Apistatoki and Chipatapi means your source of life. You're created. You're made in the image of the Creator. And how everybody is an individual, one real person. In my language, we call it Nititapi. You're not a one-shoe-fits-all. But we bring our blessings together and our gifts, and we share those to speak and hallow the word of Ishtifatati, the one that gives us our source of life. In our mind, in our feelings, in our behavior. When we talk about it, in the mind is where the data, the information of life is placed. That is where respect is retained. The knowledge, you take out all the unnecessary stuff that doesn't belong there in life. But they will creep in, and you will, again, take those things out. Because you want to live, breathe, and walk like a respectful person in the eyes of the Creator. The other part is your feeling and your emotion. That is a tough part of life. Like I said, in that first journey, I experienced, I had an orientation about how I'm to survive as an individual, to be independent. But I had one thing that kept me moving, is the spiritual part of it. That, nobody can ever take that away. So, I learned that's where they develop discipline. As I walked through the halls of that school, and as I walked through life, I always kept those two intact. Then that part, in the thinking part, is where faith sits. In the feeling, emotional, that is where hope sits. Faith, hope. Those are the two things that communicate. I have faith. If I have faith, I have hope. As a Nititapi, one real person like you, you carry very special gifts. The next part is the hardest part. The part they call behavior. Behavior is a part you have to make sure these two are balanced and they're communicating, like the Creator wants you to do. He keeps helping you through the spirit part of you, the messages. And they say the great eagle flies, the favorite bird of the Creator. The eagle is a messenger of the Creator. He watches the panoramic view of creation, of beings. We're not the only beings, though. There's the animals, the birds, animals on the ground, the little spiders, the beetles, the blade of grass, the medicines, the tree. All of these things are beings. They have a living, speaking relationship. And I learned that trees help each other through Mother Earth. If they get sick or need nourishment, they share. And if you're overshadowed by big trees, they also provide the sunshine to each other, just like us. Yes? I deal with people in drug, people try to commit suicide. I deal with them in forensic unit. I bring the sunshine to them. Faith, hope. Once their spirit comes back to the Lord. This is like a teepee. Then you can work on the behavior, which is where patience sits in behavior, and that's where love sits. When you look at the journey, this is what I was learning in the first quadrant called a time of growth. That's where I started to know what is it as a child, as a growing child, in my physical nature that I have to strengthen. And I learned that. And then what happened was, now I was ready to venture out, and I became a soldier. 17 years old, I became a soldier. I trained with all Newfoundlanders, state refugees, Nova Scotia. What a crazy bunch of soldiers. I was the only one from the West. I took a train ride from Calgary. 4 o'clock in the morning when I got to Gleason, I just about stepped out. Because where we sit at the station down the road, oh, a jukebox, rock and roll music, I could just hear it. My uncle is the proprietor, my auntie, they were the Chinese proprietor. Oh, what beautiful meal he's cooking now. I was just standing like here, and a colored porter, he put his hand on my shoulders, he said, I've seen many step off. How about stepping, going with me, and be a good soldier? When I did that, my life started in the direction of who I am today. I became a soldier. I returned from the battlefield doing 295 days in the front line. I got the Special Service Medal for my missions in NATO and United Nations Peacekeeping. The Governor General of Canada pinned that medal on me. The Queen's representative, and I'm a treaty person. What an honor. And as life went on, like we read in my introduction, that's who I became. I became a society person. But then that's the summer of life when my mental and thinking season was going in the direction of the spirituality of my people. Before I went to boarding school, 4 years old, an old man, I had a wood stove. I didn't have a room. I just placed a blanket close to the stove where I'd sleep. There's probably got 3 older brothers, 1 younger brother, and 3 younger sisters. That's a pretty big family, a 1900 house. We had to fix it up 20, 30 below all the time. Today it's nothing, right? The weather today. There was hard times. And you got to walk many miles if you need something. But we hunted, we fished, we trapped. That was our life. We're always together like a family. And as I was a leader, I learned something about being, you call it a not being nice, you call it the white man's way of being a leader. He says, what makes a person a leader? If a bunch of people just go over and put an X, they don't even. Leaders are made of the journey of warriors, of listening to the stories of the old people, of the people with wisdom and courage, humility, respect, the 7 virtues of life. The last one is humility and being humble. Those are my guys. After 20 years and so many chiefs, they don't listen very well. I said, okay. My spiritual grandmothers have said, you don't have to be like that. You are already a chief in our eyes. You are also a spiritual leader of our people. And I said, I got to walk with my people. I got to go where the pain is. I got to go where the sadness is. So I can bring that sunshine like the little tree that's covered by the big trees. Yes. that little tree will be just as strong as that big Douglas fir tree. That's how we are. That's how we go spiritually. And the thing I look at in my journey, what is the significance of having a spiritual wonder? When that star day at Bethlehem shone in the eastern part of the world, the wise men knew it was foretold something special was coming. So they went and looked for this little baby that's a sign of the Creator, a very special baby. On the other side, in north, where we roam, we also seen that star. The Holy Woman came back in the presence of the Creator, and He brought the gifts of the Creator. And all the things that are going to guide us in a feature called the medicine wheel. It's a multi-dimensional feature. See, like I said, we don't write things. Everything's oral. So the gifts are passed in that fashion. The Creator comes and gives you those gifts in various ceremonies we have. And guess what? All the animals and the many beautiful birds come. They come into the lodge and they teach you. I'm going to give you how I see life. I'm going to give you the gift of my song. I am going to give you a ceremony that you will do, that you will now, with these, you will help your people. There's a lot of birds in this world, a lot of animals, a lot of insects. They look insignificant, but they got great power. Even the thunder and the rain and the hail, they all have a beautiful song. And that's a ceremony we do in the spring to honor the thunder and new growth, just like what's the situation. Right now I'm in a time of preparations. But as I speak, the elders have pumped me into that time to teach. It's because of the things that I've learned. They have watched me for the better part of 15 years. And he says, you don't belong there. You already achieved everything. Now we'll put you in a time of meditation. Now you go back and teach the sacred societies, everything you've been given. I am but a person. But I do have special gifts that I have. And you got to be humble. Just like in the Eastern, there are people. The Dalai Lama is traveling the world. He wasn't supposed to. Somebody said, you can't live in your country. So, it's by destiny of the Creator that you were able to see the Dalai Lama. Because the Creator had something to do with it. Just like me. I wasn't destined to stand up in a stage with electronic stuff and talk about who I am. But I have to, because wherever I'm called, I believe the Creator had something to do in this itinerary. He says, Jacob, you got to go over here. I have beautiful sisters and relatives that I've met along the line. And I would never ask anything of me that my children can reach. Because as a spiritual leader, everybody's my children. And that's the way I talk to people. That it's okay to be little girls and little boys. When you listen to your prayers, when you speak to the Creator, the God, you are in that essence. As a little boy, I watch you sing, I watch you dance. I watch the Spirit dance within you. Isn't that what the little children do? We're inquisitive. We feel so sacred every word we sing. That's why we sing beautiful music. Sometimes you say, well, I never thought I was going to be a good singer. But I am. I'm a beautiful person. So when you talk about it, The sacred bundles are all the animals, the beings in this world that have come into the lodge and offered their gifts. And we took them and we put them into, like little children, we placed them in respective spots in the sacred bundle. Just like here. All of you have sacred gifts. So, this place is like your home. You want to bring good things to you. You want to give blessings to you. It's a sacred. So every day we honor them. Because they've been here long before we did. And they will forever be here long before we go. And they will welcome the next that can come. The universe is a very immense place. Well, this is not the only place that beings. They say there's multi-galaxies out there. We look at it as a star. The sun is but a star. Compared to the big blue and way out that scientists finally found, this is the grain of sand compared to that big blue star. How could my elders paint that on my chest here, a blue star? Yes, spirits travel. Spirits don't have any restriction where they travel. So, in the most powerful gifts I had, that this body was painted with a sacred paint from and it's an experience. I can only say that the Creator personally gave me this. I can't explain it any other way. It's like you don't touch my ear, because you're in the presence of the Creator, the essence of life, and then He gently places it back down, knowing this is what you have to do. That's what the bundles are about. That's my life. This is a symbol of the gift. And they're multi-dimensional things, like the universe and everything around us. Everything we do has to be a story. Has to be a story of that gift. And that is placed, this is the way, my name itself goes back 395 years. Everybody that held it, I was given the names of those people. And the sacred bundle I carried, yes. The lessons go back. Somebody asked me, I asked my grandfather, how long have we been here, grandfather? And he looked at Grandma and says, you better make a lot of tea in Bannock. We say come here, is going to be here for a while. I spent 2 days. It's not just a simple answer of, oh, it's about 100 years. Oh, no, we had to acknowledge all the teachers. Like I did. I asked them to come and join me. Because they're very powerful sacred people. They're always listening. They're always guiding me. And when I do things, sometimes I don't know the first song I'm going to sing. I have to do a healing ceremony for people. Somebody that's trying to kill himself. Some drug addict on the street and needs a bit of enlightenment, bringing spirit. So, the next one is there's a song. There's a song for everything. The animals, everything that's in the sacred family, they all have songs. The only ones that don't have song is the snake and the serpent and the lizard. They say, my children, my voice is not very good, but I got great powers of medicine, the weather, that we can give you. Certain times with very violent weather, make an offering, say a prayer, and they will hear you. They gave us a medicine pipes and a put on 7 distinct mountains in a mountain. There's 7 distinct mountains. That's where they get you. The last part is ceremony. I've gone through many transfer of rites, but those rites, every item I'm going to handle is the people. to the people. I am but a person that's taking care of them for now. And for a better part of 30 years, I think I'm doing a pretty good job. They're heading for the 70s. I don't feel 70. I feel like George Strait song up there. I'm just a young troubadour. I'm also a country singer, so I love this music. To end off with, one thing I want to leave with you is what my elders or my trainers, my grandfathers told me. He was my grandson. We will no longer be here so you can see us amongst when you do the things you do, but what will call us will be there in spirit. He says, take the good things of yesterday, put them with the good things of today for a better tomorrow. That's the thought I want to give you. And I thank you, and may the Spirit continue to give you beautiful songs. May the Spirit continue to guide you. Take care of your lives. This is where your spirit is. I don't believe in homelessness because when my spirit's home, I just travel, bring my rocks all over. Beautiful. Thank you.
You moved me, Clarence, thank you. You moved me. Several things you said. So, yeah, we're gonna have the dance now. So, oh, you wanted the kids to be able to see.
They're here.
So,
They're here.
They're here. Okay, good. Let's bring the children in. Dwayne, if you can switch the next slide over. We're very formal here, in case you couldn't tell. Oh, it's a joke. So we've got Legacy Medicine Shield, who's going to do a traditional dance for us, and the kids are in. So just please welcome. Clarence is going to play for her on the drum, and she's going to dance for us. So please welcome Legacy Medicine Shield.